Hey guys, I'm looking at our Circle Flick Command video, and I'm going to be I'm gonna be playing the Gambit. Anyway, I'll show you how. I'm gonna try to word this. So he doesn't have time to do it, so let's do Gambit parts 1 through 5. Now let's give you guys a bit of a summary. You guys didn't see me play through the missions. I'm just doing it now because I can. So, DS9 was taken by the Jemadar, and the Defiant was presumed destroyed, and Rataran was destroyed. And, I had to retake the station, and an admiral who was commanding DS9 was revealed to be a female shapeshifter, and Cisco and Dax were relieved. I'm about to find out why. We're receiving transmissions from Earth, New Orleans, to be precise. It appears to be Captain Cisco, patching through. Commander, it's good to see you. I've just received intel regarding the recent events in Cardassia. It made for troublesome reading, to say the least. The Dazzlings and Romulans have forged an alliance. DS9 has fallen to the hands of Dominion, and for the third strike, my own officers are missing in action. All of it, simply because I couldn't spot a deception that was right under my nose. I should have known that that Admiral Wardlow, was a changeling. The real Jack Wardlow is missing, presumed dead. This happened on my... Come on! This happened on my watch, Commander. I'm sure you understand when I say that I must make things right. Of course, Captain. What can we do to help? That's just what I wanted to hear. If you're available, I'd appreciate if you could come to Earth and pick me up. It's time to take back control of the situation. I'll be waiting for you at my father's restaurant, Cisco's Trolley Kitchen. I can't even say that. Creole Kitchen. You'll find it in the French Quarter of New Orleans. Coordinates incoming. Thank you for the escort, Commander. Under different circumstances, under different circumstances, I recommend the
Jambalaya.
God damn it! What is our first task? Unfortunately, there is some bureaucratic red tape that must be dealt with before we can proceed. I need to speak with Starfleet and have my position reinstated in light of the Changeling's actions. Our first port of call is Federation Starbase 80, located nearby in the Xerxes system. With Wardlow missing in action, one Admiral Tennings will be inheriting his duties. We need to meet with Tennings and have my rank in command reinstated. Incoming transmission from Starbase 80. They must be checking for clearance. They may have stripped me of my command, but I'm still a Starfleet officer. That should be more than enough clearance. On screen. Independent vessel, identify yourself. Our records show that your vessel does not retain sufficient clearance to dock. This Captain Benjamin Cisco. The independent hero is acting as my armed escort in these dangerous times. I come to speak with Captain, you say? Sir, I am well aware of who you are. You're Benjamin Cisco, the almighty emissary. Speaking of help to the Bajorans, commander of DS9. Yeah. Except you're none of those things anymore. I assume that you're here to speak with to the Admiral. As his adjutant, I am obliged to inform you that he is too occupied to speak with the likes of... Whoa! Now you listen here! Come to Cisco, given your current position, I would advise that your next words are chosen carefully. Intimidation or reason? Let's do reason. This is me, son. Lieutenant Davis, is it? I understand if you feel angry or disappointed at me for what happened out there. You have every right to feel that way. But I need you to understand that there is not one enlisted officer in Starfleet who is infallible. We are all capable of failure. It is how we respond to and learn from these failures that makes us who we are. There will be a moment in time, not too far from now, where you will find yourself in a similar situation to mine. A time when your decisions and actions draw the ire of your friends and colleagues. I have identified a means to rectify the consequences of my mistakes, but I cannot do this alone. I need to rely on the strength of my colleagues and my crew, just as you will someday. Now, I am asking you again, kindly grant us clearance and let the commander here dock in peace. Very well, I've cleared the commander's ship for docking. Approach when ready. Where am I approaching? Oh, it's actually at the Starbase this time, and not across the entire goddamn system, which happens almost all the time. Well, if it isn't Ben Sisko. Welcome to my outpost. I see you've already had to deal with the guards. Get wrecked. Indeed, but don't worry. I think I got through to him in the end. Quite a temper, though. Pay no attention to young Davis. He's just a little stressed at the moment. He lost his brother during the ambush in Cardassia. A damn fine lad he was, too. It's all starting to make a little more sense now. He must blame me for allowing the ambush to happen. Well, let's not dwell on such things. What can I do for you? Admiral Tennings, I come to formally request reinstatement of my full rank and command of DS9. Oh, come on, Ben. You know I can't do that. Now that what happened with Wardlow, do you know how many strings I had to pull to convince them that you weren't a changeling too? I don't want to know how long that took. And besides, how can I reinstate Command DS9 to you when the Dominion control it now? That's the whole point, Admiral. I plan on taking that control back once and for all. Not again. No, I'm sorry, Ben. No, I'm sorry, Ben, but no. We've allowed you to operate via your own methods for long enough. Return home and let Starfleet handle this. We'll be back in touch once this has all cleared up. But you don't understand. That's an order, Mr. Sisko. We will leave this Starbase at once and prepare for reassignment. As you wish, sir. Commander, I wonder if we might stop at your station on the way. When we're going back to New Orleans, I refuse to remain idle while my station is occupied by hostile forces and my people are missing. We're going to find the Defiant, we're going to find my crew, and we're going to rip DS9 from the enemy's hands by any means necessary. Okay, let's do this. Captain Sisko, according to Starfleet's logs, the Defiant was last seen in the Azati system. They must have been forced to retreat during their battle in Cardassia. Okay, sir, Commander. We'll conduct some long-range scans from the center of Azati. We have to find them. Long-range sensors are failing to detect any presence of the Defiant. Damn, don't tell me we're too late. Wait, I'm detecting an emergency broadcast emanating from an adjacent system. It says Starfleet signature, Captain. It must be Defiant. Passing through to the bridge. Mayday, this is Lieutenant Commander Jack Zeta Dax, the useless Defiant. We've sustained critical damage during our operation and have been forced to retreat. We're going to need to make an emergency landing on the closest planet, Trofau, in the Veneer system. should be able to get back on our feet, but we really could use some help. If anyone out there hears this, come to the Veneer system. Find us. You heard the Lieutenant Commander. Landing course for Veneer. Visual confirmation of the Defiant has been acquired. Captain attempting to hail the bridge. On screen, we make sure that they're alive and unharmed. Commander, you're just in time. Looks like the distress call didn't fall on deaf ears. We just managed to make it out of the planet's orbit when we were attacked. Try hold on, old man. I'm going to get you out of here. Benjamin, what are you doing here? Wait, don't even answer that. I'm just glad to see you. Dacians aren't the only ones out here giving me a headache. You want to talk about headaches? Sit down, Commander, and allow me to regale you with tales of the sheer horrors of enduring a life-or-death situation with the great Dr. Julian Bloody Bashir. Oh, here we go again. Just because I suggested that we forage some tube grubs, to keep the hunger away, you're too pampered by replicators. That's what your problem is. My British accent is terrible. Fuck it. Fuck that part. I'll pamper you with the back of me hand in a minute. Okay, Miles does not talk like that, so that's definitely a typo. That's nothing to. You might want to save your childish bickering until the circumstances are in your favor. Right now, it looks like you need our help. These Desarians are coming back for a second pass, and we need more time to repair the phaser banks. We can't defend ourselves until they're fixed. Chief, talk to me. There's an antimatter imbalance in the warp core. That's also stopping us from making a run for it. I should be able to fix it, but I'll need some time. We'll buy you as much time as we can. Divert auxiliary powered shields and engage impulse engines. Just avoid taking any more damage. We'll take care of the rest. Okay then. Mr. O'Brien, status report. Give me some good news. Moment, sir. The antimatter imbalance in the warp core has been corrected. But I still need to reactivate and calibrate the phaser banks before they can be used safely. You might want to hurry up, Chief. Sensor pinged by a massive neutrino spike at bearing 058 Mark 005. A Romulan ship? No, it's Cardassian. So Cardassian managed to borrow some cooking technology out of their alliance of islands. That's not good. If the ship emerged from cloaking, then it means to engage us. The Assyrians in the sector must have alerted Cardassians that the Defiant was stranded here. Well, if they come looking for a fight, they're going to find one. Commander, engage that ship. Where is it? That's a Galor, alright. Oh my god. 473,000. That's rookie numbers.
Pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
My ship's like 3 times that size. Okay. It's like that's in Galor to destroy. I'll destroy this Galor cruiser. Let's go to Defiant. The Cardassian ship has been eliminated. Status report. Phaser banks are back online and calibrated. Warp core readings have stabilized. We're good to go, sir. There's still one problem, Benjamin. Our captain's chair remains without a captain. Well, let's see what we can do about that. I'll be with you shortly. Let's go out. Man, I couldn't have done this without you. I believe I've taken up space on your bridge for long enough. It's time that I return to my crew. We must move closer and prepare for transport. I've missed this ship. Ow. It's a Galaxy class. Captain on the bridge. How do you, everyone? It's good to be back with you all again. Well, most of you. Where's Lieutenant Commander Worf? I don't know, Commander. We lost contact with Worf and Martok when the Retarn was destroyed. I've been trying to find them ever since. The current situation with the Dominion has caused serious tensions back on Kronos. The incident of Martok and the Retarn has fueled belief that Starfleet are working with the Dominion. The optics of losing control of DS9 to the Dominion are further exacerbating the suspicions. You know what, Major Kira? She's back in Bajor, Captain. After her title of liaison officer was stripped, she returned home. When the Dominion arrived and claimed DS9, she saw fit to stay put. The Bajor militia must be anticipating a Dominion attack any day now. We're running out of time. Wait, I'm 30 minutes in, and only on part. Oh my, we're on part 35 minutes in. Benjamin, I don't know how long it's been since your last visit to Bajor, but things have changed. The Dominion occupation of DS9 gave them a strategic foothold in the system. Then we'll just have to avoid drawing their attention for now. What about Bajor itself? Have the General deployed troops on the ground? Not yet. At least that's the last I heard. No prizes for guessing that the Bajorans would refuse to go down without a fight this time. So it's our chance to slip past the Dominion lines and retreat Major Kira unnoticed. Mr. O'Brien, status report on the Defiant's cloaking capabilities. Cautiously optimistic assessment of the situation would be compromised, sir. The power source caused a stabilization in the cloaking device's proton matrix. We're only going to be capable of sustaining a cloaking shield for a few minutes at a time, and we're tapping into auxiliary power to do that. Our sensors are already quick enough to pick up the Defiant due to the ship's excessive power consumption, and in the extra kick needed to keep the device online. And sorry, no more, Chief. Say no more. Oh fuck! Say no more, Chief. I think we all understand that time is of the essence. We should be in the clear once we get past their lines and get closer to Bajor itself. And until then, we need to be careful. Now I think we're all on the same page. Then go to Bajor. If we're going to retake DS9, then we'll need our liaison officer once all the dust has settled. That was a close one. I was convinced they were going to pick us up on their sensors. It seems the commander's ship is keeping their attention. They have no quarrel with an independent vessel, not right now. We might be able to use this escort to our advantage. Have we located Major Kira? Attempting to make contact with our communicator now. Here now, stand by. And here I was thinking that you'd all forgotten about me. How did you get past the main lines? The commander here is providing us adequate cover, but it's not going to last for long. I assume you heard the news about Admiral Wardlow. Yes, word just reached me this morning. He was a changeling this whole time. I suppose I should have learned to be less surprised by such things. Yeah, maybe. The reason you're here is because of that changeling. It's about time we did something about it, Major. The gonna retake DS9, then I'll need my liaison officer. Are you in? Wait, I know for a fact that Starfleet aren't going to sanction a reclamation operation not right now. You're going to do this under the radar, aren't you? You know me too well. I figured if anybody would be interested in a little clandestine guerrilla operation, it would be one of the heroes of the Bajoran resistance. Looks like we know each other better than we thought. Count me in. Make your preparations, Major. We're on our way. Oh, we go to Bayshore. Oh, God. I'm not sure if we'd be back together as a crew on the ship again. Given the current circumstances, it's reassuring to see you all here. The settlement is mutual, Major. The bridge didn't feel quite the same without you. You might want to take the post, Major. Sensors have detected an incoming Cardassian ship. If they get any closer, they're sure to spot us. The Dodging vessels have to hail us. We have appointed their attention. Man, we can't risk the Cardassian learning to our presence. We need you to hold off that ship and buy time for Defiant to make a clean exit from the system. Oh, great, I'm blowing it up. That's great. Where's it at? Really? And when this system gets so packed, there's so many Cardassians everywhere. Another Cardassian galore. Limited. We must depart before reinforcements are dispatched. Continue to locate Defiant. Stand by. Defiant is currently located in the Generic system. Flying a course now. Commander, you arrived just in time. I was about to discuss the next stage of our plans with the crew, and I appreciate your input. I'm assuming that charging and their guns blazing is out of the question. At least I'm hoping it is. You'd be correct, Chief. Defiant and the Commander's ship alone are not enough to retake DS9 from the Minion. We need to add numbers and bolster the fleet. But what if our allies won't answer the call? Starfleet won't sanction an assault like this, so that eliminates nearby all viable Federation outposts. Then we need to reach out and find allies outside the Federation. I was hoping that you could accompany me to New Dozeria in order to help me make contact with the Breen. The Breen? Captain, are you sure you're feeling alright? You didn't by any chance take a knock to the head while we were making our way out here? I'm perfectly fine, Doctor. The Federation is unlikely to commit forces to operation, and we need to source them through alternative means. The Breen have the strength and numbers we need. We just need to convince them that the Dominion serves as an imminent threat to them and their interests, not the Federation's. And how do you suppose to do that, providing, of course, that they don't wipe us out the moment we cross into their territory? It's a long way from here to Breen territory, Major. I'm sure I'll figure something out along the way. Luckily, my station is within the vicinity, so I might as well head there and repair. Well, Captain, any idea on how we should approach the Breen Confederacy? Yes, I'm sure our independent friend here won't mind helping me to see it through. I wonder if I might be so bold to ask for your help in gathering a peace offering for the Breen Confederacy. I'm sure that in times like these, they regard consumable resources as incredibly valuable commodities. If we come bearing gifts, they may be inclined to speak with us. We're willing and able to contribute any needed resources in order to establish contact with the Breen. So that's your big plan. Just roll up to the front door with a gift basket. If you have any alternative methods of establishing contact with them on favorable terms, Major, then I'd like to hear them. Kira. I thought as much. Broadcast a message stating our intention to deliver a peace offering to the Confederacy on all known Breen frequencies. I sir, bringing judgments to the Universal Translator now. The unique syntax of the Breen language calls for a few tweaks. We're heading for the Breen outpost. Take the lead. The Defiant will be at your side. Hey, it's not gonna go well. Hope they don't drain my power, because those Breen weapons can literally just suck the power out of a ship. What business do an independent and a sorry vessel have in this sector? Let alone in each other's company, thought Volk. What are you doing, man? And isn't it me or the helmets the Breen wear remind me of the bounty hunter Baus from Star Wars? I'm pretty sure where they got the helmets from, because the DS9 did come out after Return of the Jedi, so it's possible. My name is Captain Benjamin Sisko, United Federation of Planets. We have come with an offering of consumable resources in these troubling times. In return, I request you to hear us out while we discuss a potential partnership in order to stand united against the coming dangers. Coming dangers? Tell me, Captain, what terrors lurk in the darkest recesses of the galaxy? And what is it that strikes fear into your heart? Surely you've noticed that the arrival of the Dominion in the Alpha Quadrant. Their combined alliance of violence and Cardassian spells disaster for those who would dare oppose them. Right now, the Dominion holds the S9, a key to achieve a foothold in the Alpha Quadrant. It is inevitable that they will seek to expand their territory and destroy those who oppose them. The Breen Confederacy will aid us in reclaiming DS9 from the Dominion, then we may be able to parlay this aid into a treaty between the Federation and the Confederacy. I ask you now for your mutual security and prosperity. Join us. A touching plea, Captain. However, you spoke of an offer of offering resources. It just so happens that our supplies of titanium are dwindling. I have 253.7 million titanium if you need it. 3 million titanium. Take it. I have plenty. Along with like 1 billion in reserve. That'll be all from now, Captain. Dismissed. Wait a minute, that was part of the... I said you are dismissed, Captain. I'll consider your plea in due time. Leave now before I change my mind. Well, that worked out nicely. Damn it! This just isn't good enough. We don't have time to wait for them to consider the options. We need allies and we need them now. I'm sorry, Benjamin, but I just don't see what other resource we have. If they won't believe us when we tell them that the Dominion forces are at their doorstep, then we need to find a way to convince them. Oh, I don't like the sound of this. Commander, lay a course for Bora. We're going to rattle a few cages. Long-range scanners are detecting a sizable number of Gemini ships in the vicinity. How did you know they would be here? I may have glanced at some poorly scheduled intel back in Admiral Tenning's office. Ever since their arrival, the Gemini have been spotted conducting training exercises in this sector. So what's that got to do with us? And first, we would see the imminent danger that the Dominion represents, even if we need to make them see it. We're going to grab their attention and lure them back to Breen territory. The Confederacy will be forced into action. Not again. It's not like you to go around picking fights. And it's also not like me to accept occupation by a foreign aggressor. You of all people should understand that, Major. I hate it when you have a point. Raise shields and prepare to engage. Not again. I remember when they did this to the Romulans. So where's Gemidar? Oh my god. This isn't a battle cruiser. It's a fighter. For the love of God, stop making me say that. Our shields are done at 35%. They're not going to hold for much longer. Invasive maneuvers, Parent Delta. We need to get the Gemidar to follow us back to Newton's area. I was trying to avoid those shots, but I'm not making any promises. You'll need to, old man. I trust you. Maximum warp. The first defense forces have engaged the Gemidar. It looks like your plan is working. The concentration of brain outpost, sir. It's Thought Vault. Of course it is. On screen. A bold move. Some might even say foolish. This little endeavor could have cost the lives of you and your crew. How did you know that we wouldn't destroy you along with these insects? I didn't, but what I do know is that somewhere under that refrigeration suit is a reasonable man. This is just a taste of the horrors the Dominion will bring upon you. I ask you one more time, join us. Alright, Captain Sisko, I'm listening. So we're agreed. University will lend ships and aid my crew in reclaiming DS9. In return, I will personally vouch for the Confederacy and parlay this aid into a permanent alliance with the Federation. Assuming we can push back the Dominion, then prosperity will be mutually assured. So you say, but that still remains to be seen. The independent here will lead the fleet. I have assembled and await our arrival. Let's not delay any further. We've acquired visual confirmation of the Brain fleet. Bloody hell, it's a lot of ships. I'm glad they're on our side. Now this is more like it. Commander, I want you to take point alongside the Defiant. Our combined experience fighting against the Gemidar should aid us in leading the charge. Remember this day, people. Remember that we took a stand. The Dominion has held DS9 for long enough. It's time to take it back. Cisco to all ships. Drop the impulse and stand by for further orders. We're nearly there. Having got eyes on a massive fleet of Dominion ships, sensors are picking up 1,428 ships consisting of both Cardassian and Gemidar signatures. I knew we were going to be outnumbered, but this is ridiculous. This is ludicrous. Ridiculous. What's that old saying, Doctor? Who dares wins? I say we test the veracity of this claim. Major, it's time. Give the order to send in the first wave. Tackle Parent Theta. Have the warships concentrate the fire on the Gemidar. The Defiant will distract the Cardassians. Something is wrong. The Breen aren't responding to any of our orders. Comms are functional. They're just refusing to act. Hail the flagship and get Thought Vulk on screen at once. I want to thank you, Captain Sisko. Your recent visit to our outpost has given me much to think about regarding the ensured prosperity of the Bream Confederacy. That prosperity can only be achieved through an alliance with the Dominion. Are you kidding me? You have my gratitude for allowing me to see the light. So that's what this is all about. You're not joining us in an assault on the Minion. You're delivering us right into their hands. Observant as always. Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded. This only has to be as painful as you make it. If you think that I'm going to willingly hand over this ship and the lives of my crew to a treacherous creature such as you, then you are gravely mistaken. Red alert, all hands at battle stations. We're going to fight our way out of this. That is not a Breen warship. Come on, Scopely. Oh my god. Damage report. Starboard shields are down to 70%, but holding steady. The commander took the brunt of the damage during our last encounter. Commander, you're doing great. Keep an eye on your starboard flank. We need to temporarily divert power to weapons in order to break their lines. We're being hailed. It's coming DS9, passing through. No. I can't see him, but I can read that. Gul Dukat. Are you kidding me? This asshole. Captain Cisco, Major Kira, and other esteemed guests, welcome to Terok Nor. You gotta be kidding me. Dukat. I should have known that I'd be unlucky enough to see your face again. Come now, Major. There's no need to exchange pity remarks. Not this time. This battle was decided before the first blow was struck. Terok Nor is now back in the hands of the Dacian Union, and you are outnumbered beyond any chance of victory. Our alliances with both the Romulans and the Dominion will ensure the Cardassian Union's rightful place amongst the great powers of the galaxy. It is inevitable. The Federation will not come to save you. When the hour of their demise draws near, they won't even be able to save themselves. I urge you to stand down your weapons before your lives end here and now. That's not a damn chance of that happening. A pity. Then I'm afraid that this is the end of our time together, Captain. I must admit, I was beginning to grow quite fond of you and our little philosophical debates. I shall think back on them fondly. Thought Volk, I believe that our ungrateful guests have decided to snub our hospitality. You have my permission to destroy those ships. Fire at will. Oh no. Okay then, what must I do? Defeat the Cardassian Galor. What's this? Okay. Oh shit, that's the wrong button. What's this? Hang on. Let me... Okay then. Just die. Just freaking die. Oh, that's hilarious. At least it says defeat the Cardassian Galor on the hull. Remember said defeat... Is there that said defeat the Cardassian Galor? Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so I defeated the Cardassian Galor. So now detected a wing of Jem'Hadar fighters engaging an intercept vector. We're not going to be able to hold out much longer. Ben, we can't fight them all. We're closing on all sides. We need to retreat while we still can. You're right. We're not going down. Not like this. Commander, engage our weapons when approaching Jem'Hadar wing. We're going to break through their lines and get the hell out of here. Shit. Defeat the Jem'Hadar battlecruiser. If it's not our fighter. Damn you, Swiftly. Take him down. The Defiant has retreated to the Bajoran wormhole, and the system may be planning to retreat through the wormhole into the Gamma Quadrant. Some maneuver would leave them open to reprisal from the minion reinforcement deployed from the Gamma Quadrant. We must catch up with them as soon as possible. Wait, Commander. We're being hit from DS9, passing through to the bridge. So it is you, Independent. I knew I recognized that ship in that peculiar manner of piloting it. I must be quick. If the Founders figure out that I am in contact with you, then, well, I'm sure we don't need to get into that. I have fabricated orders from the Cardassian Central Command for all Cardassian ships to vacate the immediate vicinity of the wormhole. This also means to retreat through the wormhole, I know it. This should buy you both ample time to make your escape. Find them, Independent. Ensure their safe passage to their Gamma Quadrant and keep them safe. We will ensure the safety of the Defiant and its crew. You have our word, Constable. Applying course to the Bajoran wormhole. Here, I've just intercepted a distress call from the Defiant. They have made it through safely through the wormhole, but have been forced to make an emergency landing. We should be able to find them on Armada 2, not too far from the Gamma Quadrant entrance into the wormhole. The minion brain forces are converging on our position. We must retreat to the Gamma Quadrant at once. Commander, we've located the Defiant. File systems and comms appear to be functional. Time to handle them now. You continue to prove yourself to be a trustworthy ally, Commander. I am glad to see you. Defiant, damage report. Have you suffered any casualties? No, we're all fine. A few cuts and bruises, but we made it out mostly unharmed. Or I should say the same about the Defiant. Neutral damage are offline, which appears that which means that the gyromagnetic stabilizers are depolarized, and that's only the start of it. Please don't say what I think I'm going to say. Sorry, Lieutenant Commander, but it looks like we're stranded here for a few days. Well, that's the end of this video. Unfortunately, guys, that's the end of this video. So tomorrow I will continue on with Gambit, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.